Hello, I'm Joyce Mass, Bloomscape's plant mom, and welcome to Grow How. Today we're going to show you how to prune and deadhead your bloom kits. You can start pruning and trimming up your bloom kits really as soon as you plant them. Then you can kind of continually do this through its whole life cycle. It kind of gives you an opportunity to interact with your plant, so to speak. Brown and wilting flowers or flowers with a little bit of scab on them does not mean your plant is dying. It just means nature's at work. It's really a simple solution. You just take your pruner, you snip off those dead and dying flowers or leaves, and you have a really nice plant again. Pruning your bloom kits or trimming them up or deadheading certain varieties like geraniums and dahlias will promote more flowers. Once you get those old spent flowers out of there, then the plant can put its energy back into producing new flowers. Things like petunias, impatiens, calibrachoa, that type of thing. Really, nature takes care of getting rid of those dead flowers by the wind, and they just naturally fall off. Some people prefer it just to go wild. That's also okay. There's really no right or wrongs. But if you prefer to see all of your plants, you just trim it up a bit. And it also can avoid, if you have a lot of rain, it can avoid any type of bacteria growing on your plants. This is a perfect example of a plant that needs to be deadheaded. Geraniums will produce little seed pods if you don't remove the spent flowers. So that's why we like to take them off, because it puts all the energy back into producing new blooms for you. The best kind of tools to prune or to deadhead one of our bloom kits, I would suggest using this scissors that has a long handle that you can really get in there down to the stem, or even this needle nose plier for a little finer work. So here with the geraniums, to get to these stems, we would go all the way down and just snip. And then you have something like this to discard. And then over here, we can do the same thing. Already it's looking a lot better. When we want to take our needle nose pliers, then we can go in and cut off some of these little items that looks like they've been scalded a bit from the sun or the wind. And you just kind of keep going. Pruning can also be used for trimming up your plant to make it more balanced and to encourage more what we call basal branching on the plant itself. So here is a really good example with a calibrachoa. Even though we have quite a bit of growth here and some flowers, you just take it and you just trim it all the way around. The reason we're doing this too, not only to encourage more branching, but to allow the Ipomea here a little more of a chance to grow into the plant. So you just spin your pot and you just literally cut. Again, you are not going to hurt your plant at all by doing this. So it gets a lot fuller and your plant looks a little more balanced. In a couple weeks, you will see it kind of branch out and look really, really sharp. Pinching off really is just basically taking a bloom and pinching it literally with your fingernails like that. What you do is you pinch it usually where there's a little V so that you encourage a little more branching. When you're pruning, then you're taking, like we did in this last exercise, you're just taking a bunch of the stems and just cutting them right off. Now, deadheading is where we actually take a bloom that is spent and you cut that off as close to the stem as you can, usually with a geranium and a dahlia. By doing that, you're encouraging the plant to put all of its energy back in to create more blooms or to make it a little more floriferous. So now the work is done. You've pruned your plant, you've trimmed it, and you've deadheaded it. It may look a little sparse, but that's okay. These are annuals and they are actively growing. So in no time at all, you're going to see a lot more flowers and branching. If you have any questions at all, please don't hesitate to reach out to our Grow How team at bloomscape.com or check out our videos on Instagram and YouTube. Thanks for stopping by. See you soon.